World within the world. Who? The thousands to tens of thousands of star-level explorers entered through the black hole, all in their teams, swiftly heading in all directions and covering the skies and land. Third brother, where should we head to? Hong looked at Luo Feng. We cannot waste any time. Thunder God was extremely anxious. Luo Feng looked in all directions. At that time, Haruo, who had connected to the virtual universe to report the news, opened his eyes, looking apologetic at Luo Feng's group. Luo Feng, Hong, Thunder God, my apologies, I have to act according to the orders and meet up with the rest of my organization. After which his team swiftly left. Follow me. Luo Feng too rose into the air. Hong, Thunder God, Tai Nanhe and Algu followed. The five-man team swiftly flew close to the ground. Before, the blurred images of the tens of thousands of explorers surrounded them. However, once dispersed, and after flying for a few minutes, Luo Feng's team was totally secluded with no one around them. This world within a world. Was simply too huge. The tens of thousands of people here was simply a drop of water within a vast ocean. Third brother, we're just going to fly like this. Hong looked at Luo Feng. We can only do this. Luo Feng explained, a world within a world, is a world itself. It's extremely huge, who knows where the treasure is hidden. Hence we can only search blindly like looking for a needle in a haystack. Luckily we have a surveillance area of 20 kilometers. As long as there's any treasure within this area we will definitely notice it immediately. Luo Feng was very clear. With the vastness of the world within a world, the optimum method of searching was this. Sticking close to the ground, and letting Babata search within the 20 kilometers area, reporting the moment he discovers anything. Big and second brother, Luo Feng smiled. Before, when Haruo and the others went to gather with his North Dragon Castle group, you should both notice something right. Thunder God nodded. The various big powers are arranging them to meet and work together. Grabbing treasures from the world within the world. The number of people was important, and the four great organizations, 16 big families, had many people within the world within a world. The moment they gathered, they could form teams of hundreds. And for teams like Luo Feng's, which were considered leisurely, without much background, if they fought against teams of hundreds, it was pure suicide. Hence, we must remain inconspicuous. Luo Feng laughed. If we can find any treasures that'd be great, if not, we'll dig for some universe crystals. Every world has universe crystals. A world that had yet to be excavated, the amount of universe crystals should be plenty. This was a currency that the entire universe used. The world within a world didn't have any ferocious beasts, it was a quiet world. It's really quiet, Luo Feng exclaimed. Quiet is normal. The ferocious beasts within the world of thunder were there completely because the Universe Mercenary Alliance used the place as an exam grounds, bringing him in and moving him about within. Thunder God muttered, actually, without any ferocious beasts, it kind of takes away the thrill of using flying to rush about. Stop! A voice resounded fiercely within Luo Feng's mind. Stop! Luo Feng immediately used spirit reading to mentally communicate. The suddenly shout caused the other four's ears to ring loudly. Damn! Thunder God couldn't help but hold his ear, glaring. Luo Feng, you could speak softer. Luo Feng couldn't care less about his second brother's rubbish, communicating mentally with Babata. Following that, he surveyed his surroundings and said softly, everybody be careful, we found a place to start digging. Digging? Hong and Thunder God were shocked. Right, 3,200 meters underground here there's universe crystals. Luo Feng said softly, universe crystals? Damn, universe crystals. Thunder God immediately stared. This land is made up for earth and soil, 1,900 meters deeper would be rocks and stones. However, the rock stratum here shouldn't be too solid, unlike those at the Valley of Wind and Thunder, with long periods of welding from the mad winds and lightning. It should only take a day to dig through. Luo Feng said softly, universe crystals, that was a windfall. And it was an absolute currency, much more valuable than Ganwu dollars. And right now Luo Feng was very lacking in money. Accurately speaking, the moment the golden horned beast broke through to the universe level, that was when Luo Feng would be severely lacking in money. The 10 billion Ganwu dollars his teacher had left him in his first account was left with less than 5 billion Ganwu dollars. However, the moment the golden horned beast broke through, from the universe level 1 to the domain lord level 1, required 1,000 years. In order to accelerate the evolution, he required purchasing many valuable and expensive metal groupings. And the metal groupings the universe level required were much more expensive than the star level, and it required an even larger amount. Luo Feng's 5 billion Ganwu dollars, using the optimum metal groupings, wouldn't even be enough for a month of the golden horned beast's consumption. Of course, if he swallowed only normal metals and remains etc., it would be much cheaper. However, the evolution speed would be much slower too. Luo Feng couldn't afford to waste any time. The armies of the Nuolan Shan family were approaching soon, arriving on Earth in a short amount of time. Hence, He had to acquire with the greatest speed sufficient wealth to allow the golden horned beast to evolve at the fastest speed. Chi-Chi. Ao Gu used the hybrid copper essence shard to dig downwards at his fastest speed. Luo Feng too followed behind anxiously. Hong and Thunder God too followed. Tai Nan he was in charge of concealing the ground's surface behind them, defending against other star-level explorers discovering them. That 1,900 meters of soil was easily broken through after just half an hour of digging. However, the rock stratum below, their speed was greatly reduced. This is too slow. Luo Feng was getting anxious. Looks like we really need a day. Luo Feng, if you use the cloud contact vine to grip that shard and dig, it may be even faster. Hong said. That's right. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. Digging a path underground to make a path for humans to pass through was indeed difficult. However, allowing one long vine to slip through and dig was much easier. Ao Gu, you step back. Luo Feng said. Yes. Ao Gu stepped aside. Luo Feng dug as deep as possible. With a thought, the cloud contact vine which was wrapped around his body immediately extended a vine. At the same time the arm guard that was originally on his wrist swiftly moved and attached itself on the vine, shrinking in size. This arm guard was where Babata laid, and it was also his storage space. This long vine was slim but strong and sturdy. On its tip was also a leaf that wrapped around the hybrid copper essence shard, swiftly extending downwards. The hybrid copper essence dug deep, the slender vine continuously extended downwards. It was simply too fast. Back then on Earth, the Star Traveler level 5 or 6 cloud contact vine's extension was already shocking. Currently the Star level 4 cloud contact vine could easily extend tens of thousands of meters. Hence, after about 20 minutes, with the piercing hybrid copper essence drill tip, the vine had already reached 3,200 meters underground. 3,200 meters underground. A large dark blue, akin to a space-colored huge body of crystal was among the rocks. A leaf wrapped around the hybrid copper essence shard had extended over 1,000 meters, finally reaching its destination. On the vine, there was even a bracelet. Wahaha, collect it. Babata shouted loudly. A huge dark blue crystal body immediately vanished within the storage space. Within the storage space. This was an incomparably large storage space. Even the Yun Mo planet ship was here. The huge dark blue crystal appeared out of thin air. Beside it, a metal robot immediately flew over. The robot's red eyes shined, sound coming from its mouth. Luo Feng, that idiot, actually following the rules of that Earth fighter team's rules and sharing of rewards. This universe crystal is something he obtained. He's even prepared to split it with Hong and Thunder God. What an idiot. This universe crystal is pretty big, about 9,000 cubic meters. Cut it. Immediately, a few small robots appeared. The small robots began to swiftly cut and split the universe crystal. The universe crystal's energy was shocking. However, splitting it wasn't too difficult. Within the universe, they were usually split into currency shapes. The universe's standard rule was for 1 cubic meter of universe crystal to be split into 1,000 universe currency. Underground. Luo Feng's cloud contact vine armor's extended vine swiftly returned. At the same time the bracelet returned to Luo Feng's wrist, wrapping itself around. Babata, how many universe crystals was there? Luo Feng asked. Haha, our luck is not bad. Usually universe crystals that were scattered about in a world are lesser, only the center has more universe crystals. I'd never expect you to actually get 3,000 cubic meters of universe crystal. Your luck is not bad. Babata's voice resounded in Luo Feng's mind. Luo Feng nodded. Big brother and second brother, let's go up. Luo Feng. The five swiftly flew back towards the surface, quickly breaking through the surface. How did it go? Thunder God looked at Luo Feng. How many universe crystals did we get? Hong asked. Our luck is not bad. Luo Feng looked around. It was silent and dark around them. They could vaguely make out the vast land. These sort of scattered universe crystals within these within worlds aren't usually much. We actually got 3,000 cubic meters this time. It's considered quite a bit. 3,000 cubic meters. Thunder God's eyes gleamed. 3,000 cubic meters equates to 3 million universe currency. One universe currency if exchanged now, we'd be able to change for a little more than 3,000 Ganwu dollars. Meaning, about 10 billion Ganwu dollars. 10 billion Ganwu dollars. Hong too began to feel the huge amount of numbers. The first time Thunder God and I went to the killing fields, we heard some universe-level warriors talking about a newly discovered world, saying they acquired about 10,000 cubic meters of universe crystal. We managed to get 3,000 cubic meters just like that. It's not bad. Hong exclaimed. Indeed, a sector lord's world, the first amount and so much. Luo Feng couldn't help but exclaim too. From the sayings of the universe explorers, whenever they discovered a new world, it was always a windfall. However, these first excavations are usually snatched away by the universe or even domain lord levels. Let's make the most of our time. Luo Feng said, let's continue. The first sum alone was 3,000 cubic meters, catching up to the first account of wealth his teacher had left behind for him. This made Luo Feng very excited. A sector lord's world was indeed a huge treasure. The most inconspicuous crystals, these were huge amounts of wealth. However, the moment the golden horned beast becomes a universe level, its consumption of money would be shocking. This amount is far from enough. Continue. Luo Feng was filled with anticipation. At this time, Luo Feng didn't even know that the amount of crystal actually acquired was 9,000 cubic meters. The evil Babata had intentionally hidden the other 6,000 cubic meters. Maybe some of the other teams had brought their own sensors. However, the abilities and designs of those sensors, how many could actually compare to Babata's surveillance device? Under the guidance of Babata's orders, Luo Feng and his group quickly discovered a second underground universe crystal location. Who knows, maybe relying on this sector lord's world, I could really get enough money to support the golden horned beast's universe level. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed, controlling the vine and the bracelet digging underground. Dig. The central region of the world within a world has many universe crystals. However, all those explorers aren't stupid. 2 holy lands, 4 organizations, 16 big families, along with several universe basic level civilizations, explorers from different planets, everyone will be heading towards the center to fight for them. The competition there will be the most intense. Also, the rock stratum there is much stronger, just like the theory behind the Valley of Wind and Thunder. Digging there would be very difficult. It's much better for us to look in the other areas of the world within a world. The scattered universe crystals, if gathered together, it can be quite plenty. Babata advised. Luo Feng listened, at the same time controlling his cloud contact vine to dig underground. Over 3 hours passed and this was their third spot where universe crystals were discovered. We've really struck it big. Luo Feng was secretly excited. The first spot, they acquired 3,000 cubic meters. The second spot was a little lesser, 2,000 cubic meters. The third spot, according to Babata's scan and search, was 4,000 cubic meters. Chi. The cloud contact vine swiftly returned. Babata, how much? 4,000 cubic meters. Luo Feng asked. Yeah, 4,000. Babata said. Luo Feng looked up to where Hong and Thunder God was smiling from. 4,000 cubic meters. Haha. Hong and Thunder God also revealed looks of happiness. It was said that brothers didn't have to settle debts. However, even though Luo Feng had helped them a lot, be it Hong, Thunder God or Luo Feng, they were very clear. The rewards of a universe explorer, if not stated clearly at the start, would generate a lot of problems and resentment later. They had witnessed these sort of things too many times on Earth. Hence, the 3 stated clearly early on. If it were the 3 of them working together, it would be split 3 ways. If one person did most of the work while the other 2 assisted, the person with the most contribution would get 60% while the other 2 got 20% each. If it was one person doing all the work and the other 2 didn't help at all, the person doing the work would get 80% and the other 2 10% each. We now have a total of 9,000 cubic meters of universe crystal. Luo Feng was happy within. Let's continue searching. Hong was worried. I'm afraid we don't have much time. When the large organization's armies move in, we will definitely be disadvantaged. Right. Luo Feng nodded, his expression serious. Those heirs and disciples of families, the youths of organizations had definitely all reported to their superiors. Very quickly, universe level and even domain lord levels were bound to arrive. Even, the pinnacle of strength within the Black Dragon Mountain Empire, the sector lords may even appear. When that time comes, the cannon fodder star levels such as themselves would have no place at all. A newly discovered world would originally make anyone go crazy, causing a lot of deaths of warriors. Much less a newly discovered world within a world. A world within a world was even more attractive than normal new worlds. Let's make the best of our time. Luo Feng ordered, keep searching for the next spot. In the world within a world, it was simply a treasure trove digging site. The other teams may not be able to keep up with Luo Feng's team, but even if they managed to acquire 100 cubic meters of universe crystals, to normal star-level explorers, that was already a heavenly figure of wealth. Hence, all the star-level explorers were currently madly digging and excavating. Unless they went to the center and fought with the tens of thousands of explorers. Otherwise, in terms of excavating, they really couldn't compete with Luo Feng's team. There was no way around it. Babata's surveillance and scanning system was taken from the Yunmo planet ship itself. Even normal sector lords didn't have such advanced technology. A triangular charcoal black ship flew through universe travel and arrived in a space close to Kangland Star. 2 men wearing silver-white capes stood side by side. On their chests were 2-star universe mercenary medals. Brother Ming Yu, this time the 2 of us brothers should be able to acquire some treasures. That world of Thunder's sector lord, had a reputation back then. I heard his treasures were plentiful, and after his death, he self-imploded. No one got anything out of it. With long purple hair, silver-white cape, eyes piercing like blades, a handsome man spoke. Brother Dong Lao, you and I aren't stationed so far from Kanglang Star, hence we are the first to rush over. Getting treasures would be normal. A bulky and imposing-looking man spoke, dressed in green and black. The two could be said to be polar opposites. One had purple hair and was extremely handsome, carefree and at ease, the other yet was tall and sturdy, strong-looking, like steel. The two were the renowned Three-Axe Mountain warriors, Ming Yu and Xiao Dong Lai. Both were elite fighters amongst the Domain Lords. Of course, the two of them were also the Virtual Universe Network Company's Military External Department members. The Virtual Universe Network Company's Military External Department was very lax in allowing others to join other little organizations. Compared to the Virtual Universe Network Company, even the Ganwu Empire didn't pose a threat, much less the Black Dragon Mountain Empire's Three-Axe Mountain organization. Those star-level explorers, even though they were the first to discover the world within a world. However, the treasures within aren't things that these little punks can take. The universe crystals they acquire would already be considered a huge windfall. They should be satisfied with that. The purple-haired man Xiao Dong Lai smiled. When we were star levels, we didn't acquire any universe crystals. Ming Yu exclaimed. Two Domain Lords, they naturally assumed. Star-level explorers didn't have any rights to contend for the treasures within the world within a world. Shall we go to the docking bay? Xiao Dong Lai asked. No need. Ming Yu shook his head. I have property here on Kanglan Star. We can fly directly through. It won't be considered a provocation or disrespect to the planet's leader. This universe ship entered straight into the internal district of Kanglan Star. Very quickly, they went straight to stop in the air above the Universe Mercenary Alliance base. ... One handsome, the other tall and sturdy, both with status and silver-white capes. The two flew down. Ming Yu, Dong Lai. Immediately a green-skinned man dressed in armor flew over. Mola, what's going on? Ming Yu and Xiao Dong Lai, the two Domain Lords flew over. The green-skinned man seemed to have another pupil within both of his eyes. He looked extremely unpleased and pointed to the not-too-distant villa. Look, the entrance to the World of Thunder is blocked by people of the Universe Mercenary Alliance. They won't let anybody enter. What's going on? Ming Yu and Dong Lai were shocked. Right now the big powers from the Black Dragon Mountain Empire had sent all their elites over. At this time, it was hard to believe that the Universe Mercenary Alliance had their personnel in charge of the Kanglan Starbase deny them entry. Let's go, we'll go over, Ming Yu said. Immediately the three Domain Lords went over. At the entrance of the villa stood 12 universe-level warriors, each either serious, or overbearing, or laughing and cheery, or even gloomy and cold. Everyone basically had their own character. The guards of the villa definitely couldn't hold them. However, at the entrance was a lady with short silver hair dressed in a bright silver battle uniform. Lord Ming Yu, Lord Dong Lai. Immediately many universe-level warriors bowed. Ming Yu and Dong Lai nodded slightly before looking at the lady. Ming Yu said softly, a world within the World of Thunder has been discovered. It's no longer a suitable testing site. Since it's no longer a testing site, then every mercenary should have a right to enter the world. Why are you blocking us? Who are you? The lady with short silver hair exclaimed. Ming Yu, Three-Axe Mountain Commander Ming Yu. The tall and sturdy Ming Yu stared at the lady. Listen well, my name is Rania. The lady with the short silver hair subtly emanated a cold aura, as though she was the surrounding area's master, god. Rania, Ming Yu and Dong Lai creased their eyebrows. The number of sector lords in the Black Dragon Mountain Empire was few. Even the Domain Lords were rare. Whoever had a reputation, they all recognized. However, they both had never heard of this Domain Lord Rania before. The World of Thunder is an examination ground. It's an examination ground of the Universe Mercenary Alliance, unless the Alliance dissolves this status, otherwise, it remains as an exam ground. As a location used to select trainee mercenaries, only star-level explorers have the right to enter. Mercenaries are forbidden from entering. The silver-haired lady ordered. Ming Yu, Xiao Dong Lai and Mola, the three big Domain Lords were growing impatient. Laws. There were times where laws were meant to be abided by, however there were other times when they should be bent. Rania, what status do you have within the Universe Mercenary Alliance? To actually dare to block 3 Universe Level 2 mercenaries. Ming Yu ordered. ... 8 hours later. It was already dark. At the entrance of the World of Thunder, that villa entrance, the number of Domain Lords had already reached 6, the number of Universe Levels had reached 21. However, facing that silver-haired Lady Rania, none of them had been able to enter. Rumble. The earth and skies slightly tremored. The large numbers of people stationed at the Universe Mercenary Alliance base looked up to see. A silver-white pyramid had appeared in the sky. immediately causing Ming Yu and many others to be shocked. Automaton ship. In the Black Dragon Mountain Empire, the number of strong warriors with automaton ships were few, each had a large background, and the ship before them seemed pretty high-leveled. The silver-white pyramid suddenly vanished. An incomparably well-built bald man suddenly appeared, his eyes seemingly burning with a flame within. On his forehead was a fire tattoo. His gaze surveyed below, immediately causing all the domain lords' souls to naturally lower their heads. The universe-level warriors had long bowed in respect. Lord and Mengzi. The domain lords and universe-level warriors said respectfully. And Mengzi was called the Flame Sector Lord. Among the Sector Lords in the Black Dragon Mountain Empire, he was an absolute elite and the pinnacle of strength. His use of fire had already reached an unbelievable level. His flame could burn and crumble even space. Get out of my way. And Mengzi stared at the silver-haired lady. The silver-haired lady looked at Mengzi, her gaze focusing on the fire tattoo on his forehead, revealing a strange smile. And Mengzi, you already attained the recognition of the elemental source laws of the universe. Truly an elite sector lord. However, this is an examination grounds world. A universe mercenary alliance decreed exam grounds world. Only participating star-level explorers can enter, mercenaries are forbidden. I told you to let me through. And Mengzi's voice was thick, it made people tremble. Weng, a silver-white light appeared around the silver-haired lady's body. Impudence. The silver-haired lady shouted, pointing angrily at the powerful fighter before her. And Mengzi, you actually dare to disregard and provoke the laws of the Universe Mercenary Alliance. The examination grounds world, all but star levels are forbidden. If you wish to die, then enter. I can guarantee, if you enter now, later on, the Universe Mercenary Alliance law enforcement will come kill you, causing your soul to return to nothing, as though you never existed. Along with the others, all listen up. The silver-haired lady stepped back, pointing at the villa. If you want to die, enter. Within an instant, 6 domain lords, 21 universe-level warriors all went silent. Even this flame sector lord and Mengzi seemed to ponder hard upon hearing the words of this silver-haired lady. No one actually moved to barge through. The days passed one by one. The number of warriors on Kang Landstar grew, however none were able to enter the world of thunder. It seemed as though the words, if you want to die, enter, had a terrifying effect on all of them. And that world within a world, the star-level cannon fodder were all excited amidst their madness. Luo Feng and his group were also grasping every bit of time they had and excavating. In the vast skies, a large light ball floated high above, shining and lighting up the world within a world. Rumble, a waterfall over 100 meters high poured and down, smashing into the deep natural pond below. The pond itself emanated a chilly air. Suddenly, 5 human silhouettes burst out from the surface of the pond, landing on the shore beside. The light shone down on them, their alloy battle armors reflected the glaring light. These 5 were Luo Feng, Hong, Thunder God, Tai Nanhe and Ao Gu. We finally got a huge score. Thunder God exclaimed, the past few days have been killing me. Separated into the different regions of this world within a world, the universe crystals that are scattered don't follow any pattern at all. At times we find a few hidden underground, at times periods pass without anything. This is very normal. Luo Feng's gaze surveyed their surroundings. Around him the forest was silent, no other life forms about. Third brother, how much universe crystals do we have in total? Hong asked. The 3 days added up, there's a total of 31,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. Luo Feng smiled. This was a number that deserved excitement and happiness. From the time they entered the world within a world, his group had been scouring close to the ground and searching. It couldn't be helped that the world was extremely large, with an area stretching over 1,000,000 kilometers. Such a big world, if they truly wanted to cover every inch, it would require tens of thousands of trips just to complete it. No, even if they came and went tens of thousands of times, they would have only searched everything within a 20 kilometers area search span. This world's depth alone far exceeded 20 kilometers. Just searching 20 kilometers down from the surface would require thousands of years. As it was too huge, hence even searching required a large amount of luck. The first day, during the first 10 hours, his group had continuously found 10 universe crystal locations, a total of 15,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. However, from then till the second day afternoon, after about 20 hours, they had only found one spot with only 300 cubic meters. From then till now, their luck got better. They continuously found 5 spots, especially the last spot deep in the pond where they found 6,000 cubic meters. The 3 days added up together, the total reached 31,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. 31,000 cubic meters means 31 million universe currency, close to 100 billion Ganwu dollars. Back then my teacher only left me 10 billion Ganwu dollars. This newly excavated world is indeed good to earn from. Luo Feng felt elation within. His little team had just left Earth and begun exploring the vast universe. The first time entering the universe mercenary trainee exams and encountering such a huge fortune. Luo Feng, according to logic, there should be universe-level warriors coming in here and chasing us out. Hong creased his eyebrows. Why hasn't there been any news up till now? It is weird. Luo Feng shook his head. The world of thunder may be huge, but to fly to the Valley of Wind and Thunder from far, with a universe-level strength, no need to fear the ferocious beasts. One day should suffice. These 3 days have passed, and we haven't discovered a single universe level within a world, much less the domain and sector lords. Why think so much, since they aren't coming in here? Let's continue to search and dig for the universe crystals. The moment we miss this opportunity, we'd lose a huge advantage. Thunder God urged. Haha, makes sense. Hong was also filled with anticipation. In the universe, even planets could be bought and sold, also feeding and nurturing the cloud contact vine with Muyar crystals. These could be purchased and sold. Basically, everything required sufficient wealth. With that, even universe-level slaves could be bought. As the three-man group from Earth exploring the universe, Luo Feng naturally wanted to madly dig up more crystals. The more wealth he had, in the future with their help, Earth had more chances of evolving. They were Earth's pioneers. Let's go. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed, filled with hope. Haha, let's go. Thunder God and Hong felt the same way. The five-man group became 5 beams of light. With the help of the surveillance device, they continued to search and excavate for more crystals. Kang Lan Star. At the entrance to the world of thunder, within the villa that was brimming with history, stood the bald sturdy man who resembled a mountain with his eyes closed. The fire tattoo on his forehead made people tremble, making people cower in reflex. Looking at the tattoo, it was like an ant looking at a tall mountain. He stood there, the surrounding space was trembling, the air around his body occasionally sparking with flames. Before him stood the silver-haired Lady Rania. As for the other domain lords, universe-level warriors, they were outside the villa's flower garden. Within the flower garden stood only Mengzi and Rania. And Mengzi, why aren't you entering? A powerful voice resounded within the garden. Dressed in a dark blue battle armor, wearing a helmet on his head, a man that seemed even more imposing and sturdy than Mengzi, almost like a god, suddenly appeared. His hollow steps made the air around tremble. When he landed in the garden, the entire garden immediately vanished and became a vast spacious land, beside a huge mountain. While talking, changing the landscape and controlling both land and skies. Who are you? You are the one stopping Mengzi. The tall and sturdy man looked at the silver-haired lady. His eyes seemed extremely glaring for a moment, akin to a sun shining down on the land. Rania, Universe Mercenary Alliance Ganwu Special Forces Rania. The silver-haired lady looked at him. You should be Middle Sector Lord Bar Sihar from the Black Dragon Mountain Empire Sacred Land. Special Forces. The tall and sturdy man looked at the silver-haired lady before him, turning suspiciously to Mengzi. A voice resounded within Mengzi's mind. Mengzi, who is she? Seems as though she has background and status, able to call you directly by your name. Just what is her identity? No idea. Mengzi muttered. If you don't know, then why have you stopped just because of a domain lord? Bar Sihar creased his eyebrows. I don't know who she is, but I know she has an undying behind her. Mengzi said. Undying. A huge wave of shock erupted within Bar Sihar, however on the surface he remained like a rock, very stable. Following which his gaze turned to Rania, his world energy gently feeling about her surroundings. Indeed there was a heart-stopping terrifying power about her. Lord Bar Sihar. The silver-haired lady's eyes were calm. This world of thunder is our Universe Mercenary Alliance examination ground, unless the Alliance itself decrees that it no longer has that status, otherwise, it is an examination ground world. Only participating trainee mercenaries, star-level explorers can enter, no one else is allowed. If anybody were to barge in, it would be a breach of the Alliance laws. The silver-haired lady looked at Bar Sihar. Bar Sihar felt his headache. To think that he, Bar Sihar, with such a lofty position, a high rank in even one of the 2 sacred lands of the Black Dragon Mountain Starfield. Even the Emperor of the Black Dragon Mountain Empire had to respect him. However now, against this silver-haired lady he couldn't do anything. Killing her was too simple. However, 1. The silver-haired lady's background was huge. 2. She had made it very clear, barging would mean a breach in the Alliance's laws. Who would dare to barge in? Offending the Universe Mercenary Alliance was simply suicide. Laws were laws, however with such matter people usually closed one eye and let things pass. Who would risk themselves and offend such powerful beings? However it seemed that this silver-haired lady's background was obviously not small, she didn't have any qualms about offending them. Mengzi, where did she come from? Bar Sihar creased his eyebrows, troubled within. No idea. Mengzi communicated softly and seriously mentally. 1 day later, a 3rd sector lord arrived. Dressed in a dark red battle armor, with a black cape around him, an extremely demonic handsome man moved in a flash. The skies about turned to thunder and lightning, and he appeared within the garden. The handsome man had a lightning tattoo on his forehead. When he blinked his eyes, there were sparks of lightning. Rania, why are you here? The handsome man stood within the garden, creasing his eyebrows at her. 3-Axe Mountain, Jiang Tian Chen. And Mengzi, Ba Sihar, these two were powerful and shocking sector lords. In strength, however, Ba Sihar was much stronger. However, compared to Tian Chen, he was still much weaker. Tian Chen was definitely amongst the top 5 absolute strongest within the Black Dragon Mountain starfield. As one of the absolute warriors of the 3-Axe Mountain, he was also a key position holder within the Virtual Universe Network Black Dragon Mountain Department. I represent my teacher from the Black Dragon Mountain starfield to patrol this area. Discovering this incident, I definitely have to attend to it. Rania looked at Tian Chen. Right now I represent my teacher and forbid any breaches against the laws of the Universe Mercenary Alliance. The extremely handsome Jiang Tian Chen creased his eyebrows. Pa. Lighting and electricity struck around the area. What rubbish. Tian Chen was frustrated. What rubbish. Rania raged. Jiang Tian Chen, these are the laws of our Universe Mercenary Alliance, not something for you to govern over. I definitely can't stop you, however I will make a record of what happens here and report to my teacher. Whoever dares to openly disregard the rules will have to be reported and exterminated, soul destroyed, as though he never existed. Don't say I didn't warn you. Jiang Tian Chen squinted. And Mengzi, Ba Sihar really handed it off to this lady. So what if one had a big background? To actually dare to speak to Jiang Tian Chen this way, really took guts. You doing this, you realize you are offending the strongest within the Black Dragon Mountain starfield. Jiang Tian Chen creased his eyebrows and looked at Rania. Don't try and scare me with these. Whoever dares to enter, I will abide by the rules, and report to the Alliance. Rania said coldly. Jiang Tian Chen shook his head. Your power is far from your teacher's, but your temper is pretty similar. And Mengzi, Ba Sihar, I'll arrange for our Black Dragon Mountain starfield's 4 organizations and 2 sacred lands to hold a meeting and discuss this world within a world. Jiang Tian Chen looked at Mengzi and Ba Sihar. The two nodded. Jiang Tian Chen, why, gathering people to pressure me? Rania grew even more imposing. She was enraged. It wasn't just a ruse, she was prepared to back everything up. You've even taken out the rulebook of the Alliance, who dares to fight with you? Jiang Tian Chen looked at her. Relax, I will act according to the Alliance rules, definitely won't send any universe levels, domain lords or sector lords in. At the same time, he sent a thread of thought into the Virtual Universe Network. Maintaining his consciousness in reality while separately sending a part of it into the Virtual Universe. To a sector lord, this was extremely simple. Virtual Universe. The sky was azure blue, pure without a single blemish. Clouds and mist were scattered about. In this cloud-filled sky virtual space, a solid stone round table with a diameter of 10 meters floated. On it were a motley of scars. Around the floating stone round table floated stone chairs of the same material. Shua. Human silhouettes appeared one after another, appearing out of nowhere, of which there were Tian Chen and Mengzi, Ba Sihar. They each chose a stone chair to sit in. I represent the 3-Axe Mountain. Jiang Tian Chen sat in the stone chair, saying coldly. I represent the Ice Neptune Empire. Dressed in a white robe, with long almost translucent hair, a lady smiled. I represent Black Dragon Mountain Empire. With a face covered in scales, revealing only 2 red pupils, a sector lord that was almost 4 meters tall said lowly. 12 human silhouettes, each representing the 4 organizations, 2 sacred lands and 16 families. Of which, the 16 families only sent 1 representative while the 4 organizations and 2 sacred lands had a total of 11 sector lords. Then, let's begin the meeting. The scaly huge man from Black Dragon Mountain Empire said seriously. The entrance to the world of thunder is currently being guarded by the Universe Mercenary Alliance Ganwu Special Forces Rania, forbidding anyone other than star-level explorers to enter. Jiang Tian Chen's voice resounded about the virtual space. This Rania, what's her status? A gentle voice resounded from the Lady Sector Lord from Ice Neptune country. Her teacher is Ganwu Empire's 3rd Corps Military Master. Jiang Tian Chen said, the 3rd Master spoils her. 3rd Corps Military Master. The other 11 Sector Lords were stunned. Right, hence we are unable to force our way in. Jiang Tian Chen's gaze swept past every Sector Lord. Hence I was thinking. There's only one way, which is to arrange for a large group of Star Level 9 explorers to take part in the mercenary trainee exams and enter the world of thunder. Good idea. Yes. Jiang Tian Chen's words had roused up and gained the approval and nod of a group of sector lords. If there are any other suggestions, please speak. Jiang Tian Chen said. With that Rania blocking the entrance, who would dare blatantly go against the alliance rules? The scaly big man laughed softly. All right, brother Jiang, we'll do according to what you said. We'll arrange for a large group of star level 9 explorers to enter. So how much should each party arrange? How are we dividing the numbers? Immediately the 12 sector lords began to specifically calculate and discuss. The more men they could send out, the better the advantage at getting the treasures. Actually, it was mostly a big discussion between the 4 organizations and the 2 sacred lands. 16 families, every family can at most send 10,000 star-level explorers. The 4 organizations, everyone can at most send 200,000 star-level explorers. The 2 sacred lands, each side can at most send 500,000 star-level explorers. This Black Dragon Mountain Star Field meeting of the upper echelons result, led very quickly to the 4 organizations and 2 sacred lands dividing up the troops internally. Under each organization there were other sector lords, domain lords, universe levels, and according to their strength, their positions were different too. The number of troops they were allowed were therefore different. Kang Land Star. Since the 2 sacred lands, 4 organizations and 16 families combined their forces after having been barred with no one but star-level explorers being allowed into the world of thunder. Wow, so many are headed over. It's totally black. Just how many are there? At the Universe Mercenary Alliance base, a few explorers were shocked as they looked at the sky. All they could see were huge battleships floating in mid-air. At the same time large amounts of dark grey armored soldiers flew down from above, covering the entire sky. In a flash, they all flew in an orderly single file towards the entrance of the world of thunder. The villa. What's going on? Dressed in a silver armor, Rania shouted. Lord, we are all star-level explorers who have accepted the Universe Mercenary Trainee Exam mission. A star-level fighter leading the group said respectfully. You are all here for the trainee exams. Rania was shocked, looking at the team before her. This team that had formed an extremely long line stretched all the way to the skies. Just how many were there? Rania however did a sweep of every one of them. This extremely long line of explorers were indeed all star-level explorers who had accepted the mercenary trainee exam mission. Within the villa's flower garden, and Mengzi, Ba Sihar and Jiang Tian Chen watched as this team swiftly entered the world of thunder. And Mengzi, your speed is amazing. Ba Sihar looked at Mengzi. 10,000 star level 9 explorers, just nice. And Mengzi's lips curled into a smile. Sorry all, I was prepared in advance. Even the Nuolan Shan could produce 10,000 star level 9 warriors, much less a sector lord existence. To them, finding 10,000 star level 9 warriors was as easy as breathing. For someone like Mengzi, just his territory alone was 3 galaxies, excluding the other places that admired him and worked under him. From then on, the skies of Kang Land Star were filled with team after team arriving. They were all star-level explorers, almost all star-level 9 warriors. Be it teams of thousands, or even large teams of 10,000. The teams of star-level 9 warriors entered single file into the world of thunder. Ironically, several explorers from before who were here to take the trainee exam were held up. Kang Land Star, Universe Mercenary Alliance base, within a bar beside it. Ming Yu and Xiaodong Lai, 2 domain lords were sitting within. Other than the 2 domain lords within the bar, everyone else was at the universe level. Normal explorers all didn't even dare to enter. And at this time, an obviously very icy man dressed in dark green armor with pointy ears entered. His gaze surveyed the bar before discovering Ming Yu and Xiaodong Lai. Lord Ming Yu, Lord Dong Lai. Nuolan Shan, you've brought your armies too. Ming Yu and Dong Lai nodded. Even though the 2 of them were domain lords, the one before them was Nuolan Shan who had the Battle Axe Fighter title. Back when they were in universe level, they couldn't even achieve this title. Hence they still had respect for Nuolan Shan. Just a few troops. Nuolan Shan smiled. They are all outside. Ming Yu and Xiaodong Lai glanced outside. Outside the window in the playing fields, teams dressed in standard uniforms were all lined up. Not that little, there's 200 of them. Ming Yu complimented. Universe levels, some of them were only allocated 50, or some others are 100. The 200 star level 9 warriors from the Nuolan Shan family headed towards the villa in an orderly fashion, entering into the world single file. These 200 were star level 9 warriors with the highest battle abilities, handpicked specially by Nuolan Shan from the family. It was just luck. Nuolan Shan smiled. Okay, you can go. Ming Yu said indifferently. Yes. Nuolan Shan slightly bowed and walked to a corner of the bar, sitting with 2 familiar universe levels. The entire bar was filled with universe levels in groups, domain lords too. Everybody was waiting for when the star level 9s all returned. In the bar, in a spot against the window, Ming Yu and Xiaodong Lai were engaged in conversation. The number of people who entered are certainly plenty. Xiaodong Lao exclaimed. The 2 sacred lands, 4 organizations and 16 families, added up together, it's about 2 million star-level explorers. Ming Yu too exclaimed, look, the star-level explorers outside getting ready to enter the world of thunder have already formed such a long line, lining up to the skies. Right. Xiao Donglai glanced outside through the window. The skies were completely covered and dark, almost as though a huge black cloud was covering the skies. You and I have both sent 1,000 people in, who knows what we'll get from it. Xiao Donglai shook his head. The star levels fly really slow, and there are ferocious beasts blocking. Even with a huge army who dare to fly strongly within, it would still take about 7 to 8 days to reach the Valley of Wind and Thunder. Ming Yu shook his head, hence, those who take advantage of being there first, the first group of explorers within the world of thunder, those are the ones most likely to acquire treasures within the world within a world. Xiao Donglai nodded, asking, how many do you have under you that were there initially? No one. You should know too that the 3-Axe Mountain doesn't nurture young people. Ming Yu shook his head, suddenly recalling, his eyes gleamed, right, the 3 youths that I recruited, the ones that I advised to take part in the universe missions. Back then it seemed as though they were quite moved by my speech. If they wanted to take risks then they could have very likely joined the mercenary trainee exams. 3 youths. Xiao Donglai was shocked. Right, it was Lord Man Luo who asked me to observe them. They are called Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God. Ming Yu revealed a smile. I'll contact them now. Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God. Xiao Donglai muttered, able to gain the attention of Lord Man Luo. It was dark night in the world within a world. It was already the 8th day since they entered the world within a world, in a large plain field, with wild grass growing aplenty. The land slightly shook, following that with a boom, 5 human silhouettes emerged from the land. We've gone 8 days without rest, it's getting tedious. How come those universe levels still aren't arriving? Thunder God mocked, complaining after getting a good deal. Hong laughed. It is tiring, however it is still thrilling. Luo Feng was feeling extremely elated. Thunder God nodded, right, thrilling. Digging for universe crystals is thrilling, just thinking of how Earth's price was 2.1 billion Ganwu dollars, and right now we've already dug up about 96,000 cubic meters of universe crystals, close to 300 billion Ganwu dollars. You could say we've dug up a 100 Earths already. This comparison is indeed interesting. Luo Feng laughed out. 96,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. Its worth was 300 billion Ganwu dollars. It was a huge sum. To a universe-level warrior, this was already a huge sum of wealth. Discovering and excavating a new world was indeed a very thrilling matter. Luo Feng was shocked. What's up? Hong and Thunder God looked at him. Give me a moment, I'll enter the virtual universe network. Luo Feng said and closed his eyes. Black Dragon Mountain Island, 9-star Bay. Luo Feng appeared within his own house. With a glance he saw Zhu Xin who was checking through the news. Luo Feng, Zhu Xin stood up excitedly. These few days you haven't been entering the virtual universe network. It's been busy these few days. Time is money, time is power. These few days, every minute and second cannot be wasted. Luo Feng laughed. These words made her suspicious. What do you mean? These few days every minute and second cannot be wasted. Where have you been these few days? I'll let you know when I return. Luo Feng's thoughts moved. A screen appeared before him with a message request. It was the Virtual Universe Network Company's military department based in Black Dragon Mountain Empire. External Department Ming Yu's message request. Die. Luo Feng connected the call. Lord Ming Yu. Luo Feng smiled at Ming Yu. Luo Feng, I want to ask you, are you in the world within a world in World of Thunder right now? A world within a world. Luo Feng looked at the screen, his heart trembled slightly. Several thoughts raced through his mind. According to logic, his participation in the Universe Mercenary Trainee exams wasn't leaked out or divulged at all. The people who knew were very few. Even though Haruo knew he was from the Northern Dragon City, he didn't have the rights to contact someone like Ming Yu. This domain lord, Lord Ming Yu, how did he know he was in this world within a world? It's not strange. Back then when I spoke to you 3, I could see you guys had the idea of exploring the universe. And with your strength, the first mission you'd think of naturally would be the Universe Mercenary Trainee exam. And within the entire Black Dragon Mountain starfield, there's only this world of thunder. Ming Yu was very frank and open. Luo Feng looked at the tall and sturdy man in the screen. Lord Ming Yu, and the reason for your call. This world within a world is something a very reputable sector lord within the last 10 million years of the Black Dragon Mountain starfield created. His name was Kabu, known as the Thunder Sector Lord. Ming Yu swiftly spoke, and this Sector Lord Kabu's luck was really good. Even amongst the Sector Lords he was very wealthy, with several very renowned treasures that would make even Sector Lords green with envy. Luo Feng's heart skipped a beat, asking, the Lord Ming Yu, why haven't you all entered the world within a world? This question was something Hong, Thunder God, and himself had been wondering for a while. It's a long story. When you exit from the world of thunder you will know. Ming Yu spoke in a low, serious tone. The reason for my call is to tell you. Even though non-star level explorers are unable to enter the world of thunder, however the treasures within are too alluring. Hence, the large organizations and powers within the Black Dragon Mountain starfield have all sent out star level 9 teams to enter the world of thunder. What? Luo Feng was shocked. Teams and armies of star level 9 warriors. The entire Black Dragon Mountain starfield had over 8,000 galaxies, and just the Silver Blue Empire alone had over 500. Such a large area starfield, sending out star level 9 warriors, how many would that add up to? A total of how many? Luo Feng asked. With the gathering of all the elite and upper echelon within the Black Dragon Mountain starfield, organizing the Sector Lord meeting, the final verdict ended with the total number of explorers from all sides adding up to 2 million. Ming Yu said softly. Luo Feng went silent. 2 million, as the saying goes, the moment the numbers exceeded tens of thousands, it would already feel overcrowded. This 2 million strong army, the moment it was formed, that would be a sea of people that couldn't be seen end to end. And they were all star level 9 warriors. A million-strong army of star level 9 warriors, even universe levels who saw that would be scared and would retreat. Even ants can bite an elephant to death. To a universe-level warrior, star-level 9 warriors were akin to ants. However, if it were 2 million ants, to be able to kill them all, his internal energy maybe not even be enough. The explorer teams are big and small. Some are underlings of sector lords while others are underlings of either domain lords or universe levels. Ming Yu smiled, encouraging, as they are not united, you don't have to be too worried, just as long as you hide and take cover, there's hope for your survival. Okay, Luo Feng couldn't relax at all. 2 million star-level 9 warriors. It made one's scalp go completely numb. If it were a single sector lord, 2 million star-level 9 warriors wouldn't be an easy feat to gather. However, since this was the combined forces of the entire Black Dragon Mountain starfield, it was naturally simple. What a magnificent sight. Luo Feng sighed to himself. Lord Ming Yu, what's the reason for your call? Luo Feng asked again. There's definitely a reason for my call. Ming Yu smiled. I'll tell you. Even though there's a huge army of 2 million star-level 9 warriors entering, the problem lies on Kanglan Star. There's a huge gathering of all the strongest in the Black Dragon Mountain starfield. Each district's strongest have gathered and barricaded Kanglan Star, stopping other explorers from entering the world of thunder, simultaneously. The moment somebody exits from the world of thunder, like for instance, you, Luo Feng. As long as he isn't from either the 2 sacred lands, the 4 large organizations or the 16 families, then the result and consequence, you should understand immediately. Luo Feng's expression changed drastically. That's too heinous. The large organizations of the Black Dragon Mountain starfield have teamed up, obviously all wanting to have pieces of the world within the world pie. As long as it wasn't from either of their powers, blackmail or threatening would be a simple let-off, most probably one would be robbed and killed altogether. Right now on Kanglan Star, there's a large group of universe levels. There's over 100 domain lords. And close to 10 sector lords. Luo Feng, think about it, if you were to exit from the world of thunder, wouldn't the outcome be tragic? Ming Yu smiled as he looked at Luo Feng. However, with his huge, tall and sturdy frame, his smile was indeed terrifying. Luo Feng too was stunned. Domain lords. Those were existences that could destroy life planets like Earth with a simple slap. The renowned interstellar fleets were nothing but playthings in the face of a sector lord. Even the Silver Blue Empire trembled in fear of the sector lords. The Nuolan Shan family was nothing but ants compared to a sector lord, and there were close to 10 of them here on Kanglan Star. My God, Lord Ming Yu, what should I do then? Luo Feng looked at Ming Yu, even though he had already guessed what this absolute warrior thought of already. You should have already guessed what I'm thinking. Ming Yu said very casually, very simple, you guys are the first batch to enter the world within the world. And the other star level 9 armies, even though they're huge in numbers, but they are still too late. You all are the ones with the most hope of acquiring the treasures. Sector Lord Kabu had many treasures that would make even sector lords grow green with envy. If you share some with me, this domain lord would be moved. The thing that you have to do is, after acquiring the treasures, find something that can interest me and give it to me. Of course I will not mistreat you. Ming Yu smiled. Also, wearing my banner, the other large powers naturally will not bother you. One had to be smart to become a strong warrior, hence Luo Feng naturally didn't reject his offer. After finishing the conversation with Ming Yu, Luo Feng left the virtual universe network. Sister-in-law, my big brother returned earlier. Luo Hua seemed rather tired as he walked outside from the wooden house. Sitting on a chair outside and sipping a drink was Zhu Xin, who nodded and smiled. Right, he came into the virtual universe network for a while just now. However, he just returned to reality. I have matters to tell him. Oh, I missed the chance. Luo Hua creased his eyebrows. What matters? Zhu Xin closed her virtual diary. Within the virtual universe, the screen could be set to display whatever and however. Since Zhu Xin came from Earth, she was already used to having a diary. She naturally relied on the quantum computer to assist her. It's a meeting on Earth. Luo Hua explained. The leaders of the countries of Earth had a meeting. They were thinking of sending out a few pioneers out into the universe to establish contact with the universe. What? Zhu Xin creased her eyebrows. Humans are that way. Since they had the transmitter helmets and connected with the virtual universe network, now they want more, not just virtual, they want to experience the real thing. Luo Hua shook his head. They told me to tell my brother. Since I'm just a messenger, I have no power or say. Don't be worried. Zhu Xin creased her eyebrows. Your brother is currently very busy. When he's done with it, you can tell him then. Luo Hua thought for a while before nodding slightly. Right, that's good too. World within a world. Within the grass fields, Luo Feng and his team squatted low. Third brother, your acceptance of Lord Ming Yu's terms was right. Thunder God thought as he nodded. What he says makes a lot of sense. Those large organizations have definitely teamed up and will not let any little shrimps without background leave with the treasures. I thought so too, hence I agreed. Luo Feng nodded. However, I'm very worried about one thing now. Thunder God creased his eyebrows. When we leave, we have to leave with Ming Yu. However, if this Ming Yu secretly kills us and takes our treasures, he wouldn't have to deliver on his end, and he'd be able to take all our treasures. Right, we cannot be unguarded about this. Hong nodded. I was worried about this too. Luo Feng was troubled. Working with Ming Yu, they could avoid dealing with the other powers. However, if Ming Yu turned on them and killed them, what then? A domain lord warrior, if he wanted to kill them, it was as easy as flipping his hand. Relax, Luo Feng. A clear, crisp voice resounded in Luo Feng's mind. This Ming Yu actually sought you guys out as just another method for more treasures. One has to know, there are tens of thousands of people within the first batch who entered the world within the world. Tens of thousands of people fighting for the treasures. Ming Yu wouldn't have too much faith in you guys getting the treasures. It's just more of a comparison of your luck compared to the later 2 million army entering. Also, right now on Kang Land Star, universe levels, domain lords and sector lords, large numbers of powerful people have gathered. This is a rare gathering within the Black Dragon Mountain starfield. Anyone who dares to rob and kill on Kang Land Star, the sector lords would be the first to notice. That Ming Yu isn't that evil or stupid enough to make a move on Kang Land Star. The strong all care a lot about reputation and respect. Trust in the strong's promise. Especially where the strong gather, like Kang Land Star. No matter how sly or devious one is, he still has to maintain the most basic behavior as a powerful person. Babita's speech made Luo Feng realize. That was true. A domain lord warrior, an absolute warrior enough to terrify a basic level empire, especially in such a large gathering, indeed wouldn't take his reputation as a joke. Right now the 2 million explorer army is steadily entering the world of thunder. They only require about 7 to 8 days to reach the world within a world. Hence, we cannot stay in the edges around the world within a world anymore. Luo Feng said softly, we have to grasp the opportunity and head to the center region. Right, universe crystals are valuable. Thunder God nodded. However, the treasures that could make the domain and sector lords go crazy are the real treasures. Hong slightly nodded. However, we do have to be careful. There were tens of thousands of people in the first batch to enter. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows, especially the large organizations, powers, the little teams have all teamed up together. Compared to them, our team of 5 is simply too weak and little. Hence we have to remain discreet. We'll discuss again after we've figured out the center region's terrain. That makes sense. The universe crystals are mostly situated around the center region. That place would definitely be filled with killing and robbing. Thunder God was getting excited. On the 8th day in the world within a world, Luo Feng's team hadn't dared to go near the center region mostly because they had guessed that it would be chaos and killing there. And right now, they had no choice but to go. That was because in 7 to 8 days, the 2 million strong army would enter and they would first appear at the edges of the world. Let's depart, Luo Feng ordered. The 5-man team immediately became 5 beams of light and headed towards the center region of the world within a world.